Hello and welcome to this Power BI video. We are continuing our abstract thesis series where we are digging deep into the concept to learn how things work in Power BI. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so that you can get the notifications for the new videos. So in this video, what we are going to do is we are going to discuss how can we import a JSON data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you first of all what JSON data I have, and it could be a JSON data which is coming from an API. So let me go ahead and show you some JSON data. So this is a JSON data which is kind of a order header and order line, and this is an array on top of it. So once you see this kind of structure, it means this is an array, and inside this array I have my orders. So this is my first order basically ending here, and this is my second order which is ending here. I am only having two rows of orders, and each order has two lines. So again you can see the item error here. So basically if this would have been a table, this would have been a part of order header and order details, and how my JSONs are placed, that you have this order ID, order number, order date, created date, modified date, ship date, order status, customer ID, and then these items have the further more data. And this is again we have two lines here, again some order data, order date, total and discount amount, and then we have again this data. So now this is a data and then I have certain dates on which the data is there. So see, this is pretty clean data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import this data, maybe coming from some kind of a web API. So in that case also you are going to get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Power BI, and I'm going to import, go to the more, and there, and let me search for JSON data. So I have this format which is pretty much available in the first tab itself, all tab. This is one of the common formats these days. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find out where my data is. So here my JSON order data is there, and I open it. And what Power BI is going to do is, and this is if you are on the latest version, you will see this one thing very beautifully done, is that Power BI is able to detect your JSON format very easily, and it is able to expand it. So you see that I have not done anything, and directly I reach to a stage where I have these many steps. So let me show you what all Power BI has done. We will revert some of these steps and do something different. Okay, so this is what Power BI is got it, and on top of this Power BI convert to table. Okay, so Power BI got this. Then Power BI, if you click here, you're about to create the navigation, and this step which already Power BI is taken care of. Then after that, this is the step you have to do and expand it. So expanded column has happened, expanded items. Now this expanded column, if you look at it here, you have lists, and these lists are further expanded. You got the records, and your records further expanded, and you got all the items out here, and the change type, data type. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete few of these tabs. Okay, so this is the record, and I'm going to expand it, and I'm going to say okay. So now you see that the same thing which Power BI has already given me, I got this. Now this is again a list column, which is my orders column. I got it. I again going to expand it. So this step also Power BI has already done. Okay, extract values, let me use. Okay, expand to new rows. So this has converted into a record. So I have used new, and now further I expand. So it will give me what all items are there into the records. And so I got those. So I reached to that stage what Power BI has given to me. But this is not I need. I want to create two tables out of it. So what I would like here is, I want this to be my order header. Okay. So what I can do is I can duplicate this. So I can go to manage here, and I duplicate it, and let me call it order details. Now what I have done is I kept the first one here, and the second one I have actually went ahead and done this, that I'm going to expand it, and we need to expand it to new rows. We got the records, and again we press the expand button, and we can choose whatever we want. We can actually don't want order line ID or order item ID, we can leave it. Now we got both the tables. Now there are chances that some of these columns we might not need, so we may delete it. But remember that Power BI prefers a star schema model, And in a star schema model, the facts need to be self-sufficient. Self-sufficiency means every information which order header had, other than I think these amounts, we should keep it, because if I want to analyze order line by order date, I should have order date with the order details, similar order lines or order details, similarly create date and all those. So my suggestion would be don't delete unless they are kind of amount columns. Okay, and here definitely if I don't like, I can actually hide this column which is the list column, or I can delete it, whatever I would like. So basically better to hide it here. So if we would like, we can hide it so that people are not able to see it. So we can do that now. So I can call that as order header. Let me see, close and apply and see if I'm able to create a relationship or not, means have I got it correctly or not. So let it save. Now it has done the changes, and if you see, we have this already this order. Now this is on customer ID, which is not correct. We can actually go ahead and double click on this one. So we can have this order ID and order ID. Now this should be many to one, and we can have single direction from order header to order detail if you like. So it's a coordinately you selected isn't valid for a relationship. Why? Because our order headers, both the order headers, order ID 1. So let's go ahead and look at our data. Have we done some mistake out there? So let's see we have kept the order ID as 1. So that's the mistake out here. So that's why it is not working. So let me save this with the new order ID, and let me also call it as order number 2. And let me go ahead and cancel this, and let me refresh the data. Now it is refreshing. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me refresh only this data so that it is not impacted with the other data, and let me refresh this data, because for showcasing you the edit connections we have done few changes, so that's why it is not detecting those. So now let's double click here and let's see are our orders correctly. So we get 1, 1 and 2. Okay, and then we get 1 and 2 here, and it is many to one, single directional. So order ID correct. Now let's go and look at the data. See, order headers 2, order detail 4 records, correct. So basically, so if data is not correct, we can't do much here, because we were able to figure it out because this handmade JSON I have created, so we were able to correct. But if you're getting from the source which has some challenges, you have to make sure that you get the source corrected. So this is the way you can try it out. Now we have created order header and order detail. Now order header and order detail I have joined here, but in case of a star schema model, this would not happen. So you can have an order header which is acting as an order dimension. You can create out a further more table and create it as order header dimension, unless you only want to use order header as a dimension. If you only want to use it as order header as a dimension, then use it. Otherwise, if they're trying to become two independent fact giving you the data, then they will not join. So in that case, basically both of them join to the common dimensions like date, order ID and all those. So please be careful while you're creating that kind of a model. So go ahead and try these things out. Import JSON file. Do let us know what challenges you face, and give us your comments on this video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.